What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new episode, and today we're going to be playing a Shadow hybrid build. That's right, guys, we're going to be using Shadowfiend behind us to play a hybrid build that utilizes shadow magic and bleeds. This is a pretty cool build concept. It's going to be up to you guys whether or not this is worth playing. I'm not exactly sure about whether or not it's going to be meta, but what I can say from an entire day of playing this build, that it has potential. And it's definitely a force to be reckoned with when you get the right rolls. Alright, but I'll let you guys see for yourself. Let's jump right in. So what is this build and how does it work? So first and foremost, this is a Shadow hybrid build. And the way that we're going to be doing this build is by utilizing the abilities Corruption, Rend, Overpower, and Shadowbolt for some bleed and shadow damage synergy. So the goal is to apply Corruption to my target and then get instant shadow bolts off of Nightfall procs, while also using Backlash to get instant shadow bolts whenever I'm attacked in melee. Meanwhile, I'm applying Rend on my target, spamming Overpower, hopefully applying more than just one shadow dot, whether that is Shadow Word Pain, Devouring Plague, and we're hoping that those constant shadow bolts that we throw at our opponent while simultaneously having our dots tick away and spamming that Overpower will be enough to defeat our opponents. So the first thing I had to do is I knew I was going to have a bunch of different procs, right? So I went ahead and I got the Weak Auras add-on, and I made a whole lot of Weak Auras for this character. I needed one for Night Trance, I needed one for Taste for Blood, I needed one for Backlash, and I also might need one for a variety of other things that I don't necessarily want to spoil, but there were even more than just those three things, right? So what I want to start off by doing is showing you guys some of my lower level clips, maybe 20 through 40. Now the thing is with this build is that there is no real potential with it until you reach 25, because that's when you get Taste for Blood, which gives you those instant overpowers. But on top of that, you really do need to be in your mid-30s for Backlash and Nightfall procs if you're going to actually have any synergy with this build in the slightest. So keep that in mind. It took us a while just to make it to 60 because there's just so many weak points in the build while leveling. But I think the potential at 60 is definitely there, because you'll see in some of these clips when those shadow bolts start rolling, they do not stop coming, and it is a massive amount of damage. So these clips were from when I first started the character, and you can see that it actually did go pretty decently just by having those dots alone, but neither of our opponents, I believe, had any type of hard casting heal, and I think that really played a major part for us, because we don't really have a lot of burst, but we do have a lot of slow pressure, and so it really seems like we won more of a battle of attrition than anything. So what you're about to watch is, in my opinion, a pretty scuffed fight, mostly towards the end, but please pay attention to how many shadow bolts go off. This is pretty nutty. like I said, scuffed at the end, but that was quite a lot of Shadowbolts, and definitely enough to make me feel like there's potential with this type of build. So many people have died on the beaches of the Zormstrand, the beaches of Western Ashenvale today, that you can just see all of their chests of loot left here, but unable rather, of being picked up. Rest in peace, boys. This build also farms incredibly well, as you can see with the pile of mobs in front of me. All you have to do with a start like this, which I highly recommend getting a start like this if you do want to play as a Shadow Hybrid, specifically because I think Sinister Strike might just be too weak on its own, and you need that extra overpower spam. And the bleed kind of fits the theme as well. So you're a bit of a dot class that also fights in melee. But yeah, you can just corruption everything, apply rend, and it all just falls beneath you. It's really the easiest thing. It's incredibly fun, but the issue is you can't really do anything between levels 20 and 25, so there's a lot of issues where you can just die straight up early. And that's because you don't have the taste for blood talent until level 25. And then you really do rely on getting to your mid-30s to start picking up those talents that affect corruption so heavily. Because getting off all of those instant shadow bolts is basically the entire point of the build. So again, it takes a little bit of time to get the talents to support the build, but once you get there, you are genuinely a force to be reckoned with. Okay, nice. Shadow Word Pain. That's actually pretty decent, because that means if we do actually end up picking up Mind Blast at some point, we can try to incorporate that into our build as well, maybe. But at the very minimum, it's another Shadow Dot. Alright, Arcane Intellect. Mind Flay or Ghostly Strike? I'm going to go ahead and take the Mind Flay because I don't want to use a talent point on any kind of ability right now. Plus, we really wouldn't use Ghostly Strike often. I'm not saying I will use Mind Flay, but the fact that I can use it as a slow if I need to, maybe if my opponent's running from me and I just need a little bit of extra damage to win the fight, means honestly it might actually have some applicability. And yeah, we also got the Blackened Defias armor, which is always a really fantastic pickup. We also got the Armor of the Fang. And I actually think in this case, we're going to use the Armor of the Fang because I want the extra strength. The AP is just what I'm going for right now. That's because if I'm not able to actually replace this chest by the time I reach max level, I'll still have the strength for better conversions with my Protection Paladin talent to convert strength into spell power. As I run by this guy, I guess we'll just kill him real quick. That's a Corruption. That's a Shadow Word Pain. Ren's already up on him. This might be the moment. Do we do the Mind Flay? He's coming in for his own Mind Flays. Gonna go in for those auto attacks. We don't have Taste for Blood. Alright, back in for the Mind Flay as he runs. He's doing it right back to us. I'm gonna knock this totem out. Get the rend. It's back up on him. Going in for the Mind Flay. He is running now. Will he die to the dots? That's really the question. Damn, that's actually depressing on so many levels. Oh well, it is what it is. You can't predict the fact that they might actually have the sprint and they just run off. I've done it so many times as well. If you have something like Fear, which I also have, there are so many things I could have done to prevent that, but at that point, I honestly thought the fight was over. There's really not much more you should be thinking there. I mean, we're level 26, so who really cares? A bit of a missed opportunity though, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe this person will end up staying here. I'm definitely staying here real quick just to complete as much of this quest as I can. Even if I'm not going to go as hard on these alts gear-wise, I still think it would probably be wise to get a basic set of PvP gear ready. And we can just pull everything so easily. Yeah, I just think going the Taste for Blood, Deep Wounds route with Rend and then all of your shadow dots, it's not only thematically cool, but I really do think it's the most powerful way to play this build in Fel-Touched mode. The only other real way you could do it is probably just going Sinister Strike and Eviscerate with Shadowbolt. But from my experience, SS builds aren't really that good anymore. It's all about hybrid potential nowadays, you know? And SS can serve as a way to build up Maelstrom procs and stuff like that, and it can be strong, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not seeing too many SS builds for Fel-Touched players at max level that I'm genuinely afraid of, unless they have like Wind Fury or something else to supplement it. And in that case, it would make any build better, right? So the Rend OP way of going about it, I think is the best way. I think this is literally the fastest I've ever done this quest. Everything felt like it spawned faster too, it just overall was very nice. Even got a blue off it, but I'm not going to use it. Free 30 silver, though. Alright, time to pick up more quests. I'm going to get the Befouled Water Elemental quest. Super quick and super easy for some free honor. And I'm going to buy some Fel-Touched caches if I can as well. I've been really enjoying having that low-level twink gear from those caches. Oh, and as you can see, based on how many Fel-Touched souls I have, I've really been enjoying it. I'm going to have to defeat more people. That last kill... really a missed opportunity. I said I was going to go to the water elementals, but I wanted to see if there was anybody here I could fight. Turns out there's not. However, I also noticed it would be a very easy place for me to farm. So I'm just going to be pulling everything and dotting everything. Should go fine. I'm hoping they end up pulling more things. I can just get a chain going. You can kind of see it happening. That's 3 dead. And they just keep pulling me more. Nice. Level 33, just like that. So quick. It's always good when you have a build that can farm very fast. Especially in Fel-Touched. And you know what? A Shadow Hybrid really does just do that. Farms incredibly efficiently with all the dots. Execute. Wow, Execute is so good. So we can go with an Execute build now with Rend and Overpower. Yeah, I think that might actually be the way to go. We'll pick up Dispel Magic as well. That's a pretty decent Dispel effect, obviously. Kind of like a Purge. Literally a Purge. Oh, actually, it is the opposite of a Purge. I can only use it on friendly targets, but I think as you level it up, I can use it on enemy targets as well. More like a cleanse of only magic effects right now. But, oh my god. Execute. That's going to be pretty special for me overall. Obviously, we don't get the talents for Execute until, like, my low 40s, I think. So we'll be relying on the overpower spam until then. The only issue is that it's coming to a point where I just have too many things that need to be used in any given fight. So I worry about the likelihood of panicking. That's very common when you have a lot of things on your bar and you are caught off guard. But yeah, it's just going to be practice makes perfect, I guess. Try to alleviate that and prevent it from happening as much as possible. Level 35 pretty quick though, and we have... I think this is actually going to be an auto shot into a reroll. So let's see what we get from the auto shot. Hand of Salvation. Typically I would be very upset by this, but it actually dispels magic effects as well, giving us 2 ways to dispel magic effects. So dot builds are not going to be too good against us, which plays into the theme if you think about it. Kind of like I'm a master over dots and diseases myself, so they don't do that much damage to me type of thing. At least that's how I like to see it in my head when I'm playing this character. Hopefully nobody ganks me right now, because I don't think I'm going to gain a level, so I'm just going to be straight up too low on my HP and mana to actually fight back in any way. Alright, cool. Now we have Backlash and Nightfall once again, and that's the core of the build right there. Now every time we get attacked in melee or our Corruption deals damage, we have a chance to give ourselves instant cast Shadow Balls. Or Shadow Bolts, I should say. And that is incredibly strong and allows us to throw them mid-melee combat, which is the whole concept behind a shadow-based melee hybrid. You don't really need supporting things like Maelstrom Weapon if your spells are already instant cast. We're just capitalizing on turning and converting AP into SP. And so if we have a way to use that SP effectively, like shooting instant cast Shadow Bolts like crazy, well, I think that's a valid strategy. Alright, we have somebody here, level 31. I'm not sure if they know that I know they're here, but they definitely know I'm here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Deep Wounds. I think we've got a pretty full build. I just want that person to gain 1 more level, and I'm definitely going in. Alright, there they are. Easiest gank of my life. Watch. Hard casting Pyroblast. Going in. I have all dots on her already. Spamming everything I possibly can. Overpower. Hoping for Shadowbolt crits. Procs. I can't actually get her. I'm gonna go in for the fear. There's a Shadow Ball. She went for the heal. Noble. Good try. But I think resistance is futile. I can't even see her. There's too many things on top of me. There we go. Instant cast Shadow Ball. Go back in for the Rend at the very minimum. Overpowered. Just gonna go in for the overpower. Come on, Rend. Got it. Nope, didn't get it. She parried it. Missed. Oh my god. Instant cast Shadow Ball. There we go. Got the Rend. Dead. Oh my goodness. Execute. Okay, finally. Oh my goodness. That was just terrible. It was one of those fights where you absolutely know there's no way you're gonna die. And just your negligence towards just not having the discipline, I guess, to just fight it out the best that you possibly can. Get it over with. Can just drag it out forever. Slightly shameful. But we got the kill, and we are level 40. Interesting. I'm going to go with the aspect of the Viper, I think. Flash heal. That actually gives us a heal. That's incredibly useful. That cannot be slept on. Mana shield. No way. Aspect of the Viper mana shield? I'm pretty sure that's really good. So just by fighting, I regenerate my mana. I do less damage. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the sustain is just enough to where it never matters? Is that what it is? Do we just build like straight up sustain? Because I think we do, guys. I think with a build like this, we just go full tank. And I think overall, we just whittle people down. Win through attrition, maybe? Is that the way to take this build? Because I think it is. Alright, but that is 2 quests done now, so I'm going to go straight back to the spawn, and I'm going to try to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing with this build. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to do with this build. For now, I did go ahead and take 2 points in Arcane Shielding to make my mana shield more efficient. There's something there with anything that gives you extra mana and mana shield. That's just how it's been for like over a year or two in Ascension WoW. I don't know how nerfed it is though, that's the thing. So I'm well aware that I'm doing 50% reduced damage and healing with this up. The concept would be that I don't take any damage anyway due to constantly re-upping my mana shield and never running And because I'm full of dots and spammables, maybe, just maybe, I can win every single fight through pure attrition alone. We'll have to see. We may not have the supporting abilities to really complete that, but it's a decent start. I'm pretty sure Water Shield is also incredibly good with this build. So yeah, we took that. Very, very nice. Little weirded out. I think this might actually be incredible, but I have no idea how to play it. And also, if I die, I lose my opportunity, right? So what do I do? Check this out, guys. I'm gonna pull like all of these ogres. It's gonna be nothing. They can't even do damage to me. I'm so broken. Alright, let's go in before we get knocked up into oblivion. There we go. Almost got too cocky there, but it was no problem. Nice. Every single one of them dead. Level 51. I think I need to find more people to fight, though. I want to test the build around this level. Ruined Ring of the Eagle. I've literally never seen this before. I wonder if it's a new Ascension-only item. And by new, I simply mean new to me. My issue is that this is not shaped up to be the best version of the Shadow build that I think is possible, despite having a good level 20 build. We just didn't get lucky enough, I think, on our way to 60. So unless this mana shield shenanigan stuff pulls through dramatically, I see us dropping to basically any Wind Fury build out there. It's just in general, all the melee builds, other hybrid builds even. We also only have 1 heal and flash heal, so anybody with good sustain that beats out the mana shield, yeah, they're gonna completely wipe the floor with me. We also have no way to close a gap. I just realized that. No charge, no sprint, just mind flay as a slow, really. That's not great. That is not great at all. Okay. Oh my god, look at all these procs though. It's proc central. I have Shadow Trance, I have the Execute proc, the Overpower proc. I have Backlash. It just never ends. I mean, look at that. What even is this? Well, I think it's level 56. Okay, let's see what we get. Last ability? Yeah. That's so bad. We'll do Shadow Resistance Aura because it's thematic, but that's about it, really. We are completely praying and hoping this build is just good enough at 60. I mean, I have 10k honor. I could buy a full set of dummy PvP gear, throw on this Ebon Axe right here, and, I mean, we might be able to make something out of it. It might surprise us. Wow, okay, that's actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. I really want to find somebody to fight before I hit 60. I'm gonna go check up here. I mean, it's just such satisfying game. Look, if you want satisfying gameplay, play a Shadow Hybrid. The procs just make the gameplay feel so fast, so fluid, so nice. Of course, I don't think you could play this without weak auras, so make sure to get the weak auras add-on. I'll put it in the description below. I think this might actually just end up being a Titan's Grip and Shadow Form build, which just sounds so weird. Very interesting drop here with the Bloody Iron Weave pants. Now, this is a set that was actually added in a very late phase in Classic. In fact, for Classic, I don't think it's currently released. However, it does give me an RE that could be applicable if I take the Shadow Fury talent, which does do shadow damage, and it stuns. But again, I was leaning towards the Shadow Form and the Titan's Grip. My idea for Titan's Grip is that I do have Flame Tongue weapon, so maybe I can double down on that spell damage. But who knows, I could actually end up not being great. It's just, what do you really take, right? Okay, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you want to see more of Shadowfiend and the Shadow Hybrid build, make sure to give this a like and leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know that you want to see it, or if you want me to play something else, make sure to let me know that too. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Mcdoubles out.